One of my last trips of carb cleaning, so we'll see what happens. In today's video, I'll be going over rehabbing my neighbor's generator. In the middle of a 4-day power outage, their generator stopped working. It had been in storage for quite a while, so it had old gas and some other problems. Anytime you work with a generator or any type of small engine that also has electrical power, you run a risk of damaging it and yourself or your home. Please be careful if you choose to do these repairs. If you don't feel comfortable doing them, please seek out a professional. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. Ring the bell. Let me know what you want to see. Let's get to it. We had a pretty strong storm front come through. I've now been without power for about 2 days. This is my next door neighbor's Honda generator. It stopped working. I'm going to see if I can fix it for her. There's going to be a lot of generator noise. Not much I can do about it. Everybody in the neighborhood is running on them. I'm just doing a basic check to see if I can see anything that's outwardly or apparently damaged wiring. Doesn't look like it's getting gas into the carb. I'm going to check the fuel system and see if there's anything else I can find. I'm afraid you might not be able to see down in there, but there's quite a bit of sediment in the bottom of the strainer system, so I think I'll see if I can pull it out. I believe the spark plug is going to be underneath this cover. Yep. The spark plug definitely has a bit of soot on it, a little bit of oil. I'm not sure if it's gas or not. I got to try to get a better whiff of it. It mostly just smells like oil. I'm going to clean it up a bit, throw it back in. I cleaned it off with some carb clean and a brass brush and hit it with 600 grit sandpaper. Let's throw it back in. I'm not seeing any gas in the lines. The tank is full, so I'm assuming there is a plug in the system. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this cover off and see what I can see. Maybe it's gummed up in here and it's not allowing flow. These are actually the studs that mount the carburetor, so I won't be pulling that off this time. I'm gonna go ahead and drain the gas out, see if there's something clogging the system, because I'm not seeing anything resembling gas. I pulled the supply line off the carb and was able to back purge it up. It went in here, came up the vent line, so at least I know to this junction, which might be a little hard to see, it will flow. I put a small bit of carb cleaner in here and I was able to get it to kick over, so I'm thinking that my problem is either in the line or in the tank. I'm going to see what I can do. I don't want to have to take this casing apart because that would be a nightmare. I'm going to see if I can back purge it with air and blow the obstruction out the tank. It might not work. Give it a shot. I did end up having to take the air cleaner assembly off because these little guys are vent tubes, they're not supply lines. This is the carb, this is the supply line. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off and see what I can see. Well, that was fun. Apparently I did not get all the gas out of the system. If you ever do stuff like this, you got to be extremely careful, wear safety glasses, do all this stuff because accidents happen. Now that I know what the supply line is, I'm going to go ahead and back purge it with air. Got to be careful. I've done some more research on it. It's likely not a fuel issue, at least from what I can find. There is recall on some of the parts. That could be the problem. Could have something going on with the carb. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of gas in here. I've anchored this down so that I should be able to run it with the air box off. First thing is to put the screen in. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of gas in it, put the cap back in to prevent anything from getting in the tank. I'm going to hand feed it with a little carb cleaner and see if I can get it running. I went ahead and pulled the bowl off the carb and it is just covered in crap. I'm going to wash it out as best I can, wash out the other areas, and see what we can do. It's probably going to need a whole rebuild, and that's something I can't do for at this point, unfortunately. I cleaned out the carb bowl, tightened everything back up. It's as good as I can get it with what I've got on me. I'm going to go ahead and reassemble it, put the gasket on, and see where we're at. Put our air filters back in and the cover back on. I know I've jumped around and bounced around a little bit, but as I found more information on this, I'm trying to find better ways to repair it. Add a little gas in it, hit a little carb clean in through here, and see if I can get it working. Maybe knocking the junk around enough will have gotten it out. One of my last trips of carb clean, so we'll see what happens. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. Well, that's awesome. I didn't expect the little bit of crap I did to fix it, but it's fixed for now. I don't know how long it'll, cross fingers, it's going to stay fixed. It's definitely going to need a car rebuild and some other things gone through by a professional. I am by no means a small engine mechanic. I'm just glad I got it working for her. It's probably going to be a bit hard to hear me. I have it running. I've had it running for about 10 minutes now. I'm going to let it run for about another 20, checking it for leaks. That cord is actually going to my neighbor's fridge, so it is powering that, which is great, which means it is working correctly. It's still going to need to be properly addressed, but for right now it'll do in a pinch because we need it. It looks like our power has been out for about 2 days now, and it likely will not be back till tomorrow evening. Yeah, that storm that came through ripped down a decent sized limb from a big tree. So I decided to put it in my tire forest. Decent pile of small sticks, so I'll just end up burning them in my fire pit. Definitely slowed down my garage conversion / rehab. Shed was going to be a partial enclosure for my generator, but I didn't have time to finish it because I haven't had time to finish anything. Now it just gets to be a very large box for a medium-sized generator. Thanks for watching my video on my neighbor's generator rehab. I would have liked to have included a lot more diagrams and some other things. Everything I could find was copyrighted by Honda, and I don't want to get a strike for it. In the description, I'll include the website where I found a lot of diagrams and parts availability for it. I'll also include a link to a YouTube channel that has some very informative videos on how and what to do with proper maintenance and rehab of generators, including rebuild stuff. Much more thorough than I could ever be with this stuff. I'm not an expert by any means on small engines. Next couple of videos are going to be a mix of this vehicle, some Cherokee stuff, and winter prep for vehicles because unfortunately it's winter in Michigan already. Like, share, subscribe, let me know what you want to see, ring the bell thing. Appreciate you watching. Thanks.